Hello and welcome to my stream from the Supreme Court of the Russian Federation, standing right outside of here. I am the representative from the International Public Movements Politics 2.0 and making this short English language summary of the events of today. We had a very long, extremely long stream in the Russian language with a very short English language insert. We'll cut it out and make a longer video in English language for you to show, and we'll have pictures of what was happening here with our comments. But you can just see what was happening in Russia, considering what is happening here at the Supreme Court, considering my explanations. And just wait a second, I have this battery running low. I have to. Just let me connect it to the charger, and I'll go on with the stream. This is an English language summary of the situation which happened today here. I am, as a citizen of Russia, have the right to challenge in courts the regulations issued by the federal authorities. So this is the right that every Russian citizen has, and being the part of the movement, being together with other members, with the blessing of Father Athanasius, we challenged the regulation issued by the head of Rospotrebnadzor, head of chief sanitary doctor, what she's called, of Russia, Anna Popova, of last year, when she introduced the face masks. We challenged because we considered it illegal, that it violated the laws, and actually we were right. And we applied a claim to court, and there was a court hearing on April the 1st. You can find the video from the situation there, then here also on this channel. But what happened today was that we actually sent an appeal claim to the courts, and today was this hearing of the appeal committee of the Supreme Court of the Russian Federation. And as being a plaintiff, having my representative, I arrived here at the scheduled time. Today is June 28th of 2021. The hearing was scheduled on 10 a.m. the morning, very morning. This is the center of Moscow, Povarskaya streets, and this is basically the building of the Supreme Court itself. So we arrived here, and here you can see right now, today is still the 28th of June, and right now it's about, I guess this is 2 p.m., something about that. And this is working day actually, so people are working there, the court is open, and you can see there is no guard. You can just open the door and come inside, and this is what we'll do shortly. What was happening then, there were the two people standing here wearing the uniform of Rosgvardia people, and not allowing us just to come inside, not just do something, but just come, open the doors, like this, so you can see what happens now. So here are the doors, you can just take it, you open, and you can easily come inside. There were standing people wearing a Rosgvardia uniform, who were not allowing us to come inside, without presenting us any legal grounding for the actions. So you can see we just entered this place because according to law in Russia you can allow, this is a public space, you can allow it come here is the pass, you have to get a pass to go further, to go to the hearing, but you can come inside or hide from rain perhaps. And that is something that this person wouldn't allow us to do, two persons wouldn't allow us to do, and they never presented themselves, they never told their names, their positions, they even never said were they actually working for Rosgvardia or not? Who were they? Why were they not allowing us to come? And they were demanding so that all those entering the building would put on muzzles and put on gloves. Moscow requires gloves. They wouldn't show us the document which allowed, first of all, would allow them to prevent us from coming inside, and second of all, which would somehow demand us to wear this mask. There should be a document, an officially issued document, signs, and with all the numbers and dates and stamps and something. They never showed this document, they never presented anything, they never, no legal grounding, and they wouldn't allow us inside. In this case, me being a plaintiff, I have a right to being present, and this is one of the basic rights. This is the right to justice, because this is my access to court. This is my access to justice. And as a plaintiff, I have a right to participate in the court hearing. Nobody can stop me from this. You know, if you just remember all the criminals, whether that be, I don't know, mafia, some drug dealers, or serial killers, or even Dr. Lecter, Cannibal Lecter, no matter who, but they all had the right to be in court. They had a right to be present while the court was hearing their case. Me, being a law-abiding citizen, wasn't allowed to come inside without a muzzle. And we tried to get in touch with the assistant and secretary of the court and assistant of the judge and ask what is the document that allows them to stop us from coming inside, to stop us from taking part in the in the hearing. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't show us a document, which is illegal. They also have to show who they are. They have to show their document, tell the names according to the Russian law. They wouldn't do it. They even never said that they were from a Guardia, so we didn't know who that was. We called the police twice because that looked like some just citizens, some people, by force preventing me from entering the court for no reason, for no legal reason, and not naming themselves. And what happened next, actually? And the hearing itself was taking place there, and another plaintiff with this case, there was a disjoint case, together with other people who also challenged in court these sanitary rules, but they never stated the legal grounding for their challenge, for their claim. They just went around with some complaints and saying they are not happy and saying that somebody should be allowed to do something or something. They never stated, never given any legal grounding for finding the sanitary rules illegal. And that is what we did. We stated that in our claim, we stated that in our speech. We were prepared to protect our position in court, to speak out our position, to ask the questions to Rospotrebnadzor. We were just ready to protect our position and protect our rights. And so what actually happened, that person who said that he is like fighting for the rights but never provided any legal grounding, came inside and we were not allowed. So he took part in this hearing. Me being another being a totally different plaintiff, I couldn't come inside. I couldn't just take part in the hearing, and he could. So what happened there was this kind of not hearing that was totally illegal because we were not allowed, neither me nor my representative. But then suddenly, again, a guy came out, said something to the person in the uniform who was protecting the doors. This person just disappeared, vanished into the air. And the guy who came out said, okay, you may come inside and get your pass because we know we were in the list. So we went inside and started getting a pass in order to get to the hearing. And what happened next was this other plaintiff walking outside of the court, which means that the hearing was over. And let me state it once again, that we see all kinds of criminals, whether that be political criminals, being people, murderers, or rapists. They all have a right to take part in the court. Even Navalny. If you just hear a lot about Russia, you probably know about Alexei Navalny, and you probably know how much he oppressed he is, and he's not allowed to do anything. He's poor thing, suffering there. But Alexei Navalny enjoys such treatment, such attitude from our special services, that he was allowed to take part in the court, which was held outside of the court building, because right now our law allows this to be done, in order to fulfill his right to justice. Which means, for some reason, they were not able to hold this hearing inside the building of the court, so they held it outside in some other building, there was probably a school, a police station, or something. But there was proper court hearing, and Navalny was represented. Mr. Navalny was there, and his right was actually protected. His right for justice was protected. And he is an accused criminal right now, being in prison. I mean, it's proven that he has committed crime, and he's now convicted by the decision of courts, and he's right now in prison. So, and we, being law-abiding citizens, are not allowed to come and take part in the hearing. And while he's in prison, he also was allowed to take part in the hearing via video conference service. Nothing like that happened to us, despite of the fact that we actually sent a request to the court. I'm not sure I remember the word correctly, how this document is called in English, but we sent a request to the court saying that they are to provide us with the right to take part in the hearing, because this is our right. You may hold the hearing outside, you may hold the hearing here in the park or a stadium or somewhere, but our right is to be fulfilled. Nothing like that happened. We were not allowed to come in. But let me say it once again, the moment the hearing was over, there was a signal to this guy standing at the door, and he just disappeared. Another guy appeared. I entered the room. I saw the other plaintiff going outside. I guess it's the word plaintiff, going outside. And what happened next? Within 4 minutes, and this like 4 minutes walk from another place I'll show you later, the police appeared. The police. Which looks, most of all, it looks like an orchestrated operation, which involved Rosgvardia service, police service, and one more thing. This is Federal Security Service, the former KGB. This is now called FSS or FSB. Why we are so sure? Because the other persons which filed their claims against these regulations. And these claims never contains any legal grounding for finding the regulations illegal. Are actually under cover of this special service, because they enjoy very much, very extended support from the media. They have coverage. Their case was covered in the media. They have support. They have all the consultants, and they were allowed. Actually, I'm not sure if we filmed that, but actually I saw that guy was walking inside without a mask. He just took off the mask and walked inside. He was allowed to come in. And that is something that we witnessed. We witnessed just orchestrated operation, which involved Rosgvardia, police, FSB, and it also involved, obviously, the workers of the Supreme Court, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to do this. This is a special service, operation. And if you think the special service operation looks like helicopters and people running with automatic guns and something, that's not how it happens. This is how it happens. It's well planned. The specially prepared people come at the right time, and suddenly it looks like nothing happened. And the moment the hearing was over, the guards from this place disappeared. And you see, we are allowed to come in right now. It's okay for us. We can walk around the building of the Supreme Court. We can enter all the doors. There is no guard outside protecting the door from the people from the outside. So you can you can wear a gun, you can bring explosives, you can do something whatever you want until you try to pass this pass control. It's okay. You can enter. So that's what we are doing. We are entering, and nobody can stop us. You see this? And there was this guard, and this guard disappeared. We tried to find out who that was. We asked this Rosgvardia service people standing here. We asked them, who was that? What was the name of the person who stood outside and who prevented us from coming? He said, I don't know. This guy from Rosgvardia, who is standing there, the security, said, I don't know who was that standing outside. So this is the Supreme Court, which was controlled by an unknown person. We are not sure whether he is working for police, for Rosgvardia, whether he's Russian, maybe he's not Russian citizen, maybe he's Israeli citizen. Whether he is a criminal or not, we don't know who that was. He never showed his document, he never said his name, he never said that he is working for Rosgvardia. This is lawlessness, this is hypocrisy. Yes, that's exactly what is happening right now. And that was exposed in our video, because we filmed it from the very beginning till the very end. And there was, heavy rain, and there was the parts in English. There was heavy rain, so we stayed inside, and we actually witnessed, and you saw it right now. And we may walk out around this building, and we may check other doors. You will see there is no guard outside protecting the door from coming inside, which means there was a well-planned special operation in order not to allow us to come in. And this is something very important to notice. Probably you hear a lot of people saying something like, well, it's useless to go to court because court doesn't mean nothing to them, meaning them standing. So those people who are introducing all these muzzles, vaccines and something. But I guess today, what we witnessed today, what we took part in today actually proves quite the opposite. It proves that it does matter to them. It really matters to them if you are going to court. So you see, there is another door here, and there is no guard. You may actually open the door. That's okay. So here it is, you see. You open the door, nobody's protecting, nobody's trying to stop you from opening the door. You can see this actually, this is in our Russian language stream. You can see this, and there are people, I guess I'm not allowed to show the people at their workplaces, but you can see they are not wearing muzzles on their workspaces. But that's how it is. So that is something very important that we should remember. Courts, justice does matter. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so particular about keeping us away, about not allowing us to present our arguments, to present our evidence, to actually ask the questions that we want to ask. We do want to ask questions because we have a lot of questions to the position of Rospotrebnadzor. They've sent their position to us in written form, this kind of tradition in Russia, before the court. So they sent it, we read this through. And we found that their position proves that we are right. They are violating laws. And if we think that law doesn't matter, that courts doesn't matter, this legal action doesn't matter, then why are they so, so eager not to allow us to come in? Why do they want to keep it to themselves, to conduct all these hearings among themselves so that nobody would just come from outside and witness what's happening there? So you may actually, there is a previous translation here on this channel, and the link to this translation will be in the comment section down below. And I guess it will be ready to answer the questions and to tell you once again what is happening. But that's how it is. That's what is happening. So court really matters. And if we just try to imagine and think, today there were like 12 or 15 people from this FSB, Federal Security Service, plaintiff party, this group. So, but the last time on April the 1st, there were about 40 of them. So just imagine 40 people demanding to let them come inside the court, demanding to present the legal grounding for not allowing them to come, calling the media, calling the police. So just imagine, that would be really a case. That case would be really gross. That would really make media somehow turn the attention, especially considering the fact that these guys are quite popular among the media, and they had not a bad coverage from Russian media, from leading Russian media. But they just put on muzzles, put on gloves, and came inside, and we were not allowed to. And you will see our interview with them. You will see their position and them in our video in the Russian language. So we'll present this link in the comment section. So here is the result of it today. I will be streaming shortly. This is the link to original mainstream in Russia. Here, please check it. We'll be streaming again in English. We'll be happy. And by the way, no media showed up here. Now, none of the so-called democratic, liberal, freedom of word protecting media like BBC or Deutsche Welle or CNN or Radio Liberty, and you name it. None of them showed here. And they are supposed to be hunting for, like hunting, scoop hunting. They are supposed to be doing this. They are supposed to be looking for some information for scoops, and that's not what they are doing. So this actually proves that they're working together with this global agenda, this COVID agenda. So I guess I'll be finishing my short English language summary right now. And if you have any questions, please put them under this video will be answering the stream. And please subscribe to our channel. Here is our language, Russian language channel, but there is an English language channel. Unfortunately, I cannot stream from my phone to my English language channel because I have to have at least, I guess, 1,000 subscribers or 100 subscribers. So when I have enough subscribers, I'll be streaming to that channel from my mobile phone as well. So thank you for your attention, and please leave your questions if you have any, and see you later. Goodbye.